Welcome to Edge Unscripted, On the Floor ILTACON edition. Listen along to this special edition of our podcast where we have candid conversations with a variety of ILTACON attendees. ILTACON is a premier educational and networking conference for legal technologists. You'll hear what's the most exciting thing they've seen at ILTACON, predictions on upcoming legal technology trends, and where they see opportunities for success and growth. Let's go off script.
Hey, this is Amy Jewers. I'm here for Edge Unscripted, and I have Chris and Brian here from CoreTech Leasing, and we are here to talk all things ILTACON. ILTANS, ILTA, IT, AI, you name it, whatever.
Yeah, that's right.
So guys, welcome to ILTACON, and I just want to know what you've been seeing so far around the conference. I know we're only on day one, but it feels like it's been 10 days.
Yeah.
For you guys, but go ahead.
Yeah, we've been seeing quite a bit of just a lot of different vendors, a lot of different types of legal tech software out there. Obviously, AI is the big buzz, but we're seeing things like data warehouses, and just how these applications really integrate into the legal community. It's pretty cool stuff. So
you have a lot of partners here. Companies that you partner with?
Yeah, we do. I mean, we've been around since 2008, so we've worked with a lot of law firms, a lot of the vendor partners as well that are associated. So a lot of our friends are here, a lot of our colleagues, associates. So yeah, really excited to be part of ILTA, and it's been fantastic so far. It's just a gathering of everybody you want to meet. So it's fantastic.
Right. And you guys, you have a service in particular or an analytics. You're going to have to help me because you talk this every day. I don't. You were talking about earlier. So tell me a little bit more about your leasing offering.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, we have what's called a lease cost analysis. And so really our goal is to come in as a consultant, make sure that we're helping law firms and understanding their leasing contracts. So what we do is we come in, we do an analysis for free, complimentary, and we take a look at terms that are on their lease contracts to ensure that, when they're running their rates and things like that, that they're actually accurately reporting to their auditors. And ultimately, the goal is to make sure they're in the best leasing situation possible, whether that's with CoreTech, which we hope it is, or with somebody else. And so, it's a really easy, fast, complimentary service that we offer, and a lot of our firms have benefited quite a bit from it.
Well, I don't think it's easy and fast. Only because it's easy and fast for you guys because you do it every day.
Yeah.
For someone that you're not used to looking at this or whatever, and I'm sure you have like this comprehensive approach to it as well.
Yeah,
we do.
Like I think if I were at a law firm, I would enjoy because you have not only the comprehensive but the consultative approach to what you're doing.
Yep.
Right?
And really what these firms are looking for is really being transparent in the terms and conditions and transparency, and just a document that that they've seen from us that's been transparent in the past, and that they can review and know that they're in good hands working with CoreTech. And so
I think really the benefit is that it's really a no risk, right?
Yep.
I mean, if you do a lease cost analysis, we catch something fantastic. We help you, navigate through the waters of that. If we don't, you're in a great leasing situation. We'd still love to help, try to earn the business. But at the end of the day, it's really just, it's like a safety net, right? We know what we're looking for because we've been doing this for so long. And so there might be terms in there that are a little ambiguous to the naked eye. And, even fantastic lawyers out there.
Any gotchas in those
no gotchas.
No, that's right.
So eliminating
Right.
the gotchas. Exactly.
Exactly. So what are you guys seeing out there in the universe? Like, obviously you went through COVID and everything, and now you're back to office, all this. So what kind of trends are you seeing along those lines?
Yeah, I think it's interesting because, my last tour out here actually in DC and New York, we went to visit some of our law firm clients, and, the trend seems to be, 3-2 in, 3 days in, 2 days out of the office. People seem to be, heading back in more, which, we're a big fan of, right? I mean, building that culture at least a couple days a week, making sure that you're seeing people. So it seems like that's the trend, but, there's still a lot of difficulty as well with technology equipment being shipped all over the country and managed. So we actually have a program as well that we offer completely complimentary as well. It's called our Core Care Asset Management Program.
I like that.
And so everybody can see all the assets that they have on a lease schedule, even equipment that they haven't leased with us. They can put it in that system, in that database, and see, everything that's on there.
I don't know.
Yeah,
we are.
We are. I mean, ultimately
Yeah.
for us, right, the goal is, we've done business with some of our law firm clients for 15 plus years.
Yep.
Scott McFetters, the founder of CoreTech, he's been in the legal leasing business for, gosh, I don't want to date him, but 30 plus years. And so, he's been coming to ILTACON for 30 plus years. And, it's just a fantastic conference, and we love working with the legal community.
Yeah. So what are you hoping to get out of the conference this year? What's your goal?
We're always trying to, make new relationships. We have target lists of different, prospects on our list that we're trying to get in touch with and have good conversations with, understand their technology infrastructure, and find out, hey, what projects do you have going on that makes sense to put on a CoreTech lease? So finding out what those future projects are and making sure that it fits with what we can help with, and just making new relationships for sure.
Yeah. It's tough to get all these great people in one area, right? Usually we're having to travel around the country, go to New York, go to Missouri, and everybody's here, right? So it's a great gathering spot for everybody to be here and for us to all just collaborate.
You're on the floor, right?
Yeah, we're on the floor.
We have a booth.
Some fun out there.
Come see us at booth 1316 if this goes out before then.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now I gotta publish this in like an hour.
In like an hour. There you go.
That's
exactly.
right. That's right.
I got you. No problem. All right, are any last words that you guys want to have? Maybe things I didn't ask or touch on that you'd want to highlight today?
Yeah, I mean, I just really, appreciate everybody for putting this on as well. All the volunteers that put their time and energy into this. I mean, it's noticed on our end. What a fantastic event this year too. I mean, the location, incredible. The Gaylord really came together and chipped into the theme as well, the pirate theme. So just an awesome event, awesome location. And so, we're thrilled to be here again and looking forward to many, many more.
Yeah.
All right.
So
thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you. Yeah,
Appreciate
thanks,
it.
Amy.
All right, so I am here with Martin and Ellie, and we are here to talk all things ILTA. And so, guys, welcome to ILTA.
Thank you. Thanks. Great to be here.
Thank you, Amy.
Good to be here with you. So tell me, I mean, we've only been here a few hours, but what kind of a little bit eye-opening about ILTA so far for you?
You know what I've been hearing is just a lot of people who are looking to fill needs, right? I mean, I've heard from multiple members who are saying, I came for this, I came for that, I came for the other. And the recurring theme is we're looking for people who can help us solve our problems. And we're looking for people who can give us insight that we aren't getting right now from others.
Sure. As far as insight, like, what do you kind of dive into that?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard it all the way from how do we deploy desktops quickly and efficiently using our security stack to how do we support our users in the after-hours space, getting the quality of service that we demand and that they required. And that, quite frankly, there were vendors who provided those services in the past, but we're just not hearing the love anymore.
That's the partner, right? TSM partner.
That's excellent. Thank you. Couldn't have said it better myself.
And so, Martin, what are you hearing? Like, I think you guys had some interesting conversations last night.
Yeah, we've already had a lot of great conversations, Amy. And, I think the one thing that we're hearing from a lot of the folks that we know is the industry seems to, talking about managed service providers, lost some of the, I guess, helpfulness that used to be associated with those relationships. I'm hearing that people are looking for real partnerships that help them solve problems and not just solutions that, they can squeeze into. We all know law firms like to be unique and are always looking for ways to differentiate themselves. A lot of that comes down to culture and process and how they do things. And I think they want alternatives and providers who can really help them think about creative ways to do things and answer challenges.
Yeah, I think, when I think of your company, I think of you guys, like, you are dealing with a lot of different platforms, cultures, a lot of different personalities. And through that experience, you're able to, kind of from a stepping back standpoint, say, here, we will be the rest of it. And so, what are some of the biggest challenges that you are seeing? I mean, you kind of mentioned some of them. How like you can get a bit, is it really you heard anything about last night? I mean, partnering.
Yeah, one of the things that I keep hearing is people are just lamenting the fact that we used to have quality of service. We used to have partners that would give us service at quality X that we demand, and now they're moving away from that, or that they're not getting the time from those organizations anymore. I think one thing that we heard yesterday from one person was we had a project going and I wanted it to go in this direction, and the provider kept saying, no, this is how we're going to do it. This is what we do each time. And so there is a pattern in the industry of organizations saying, you're going to fit into our box. And PSM partners, well, when we need to, you're going to have to fit into the technology box. But as a general rule, if we're going to try to fit into your box, how is it that we can make our services work for you? And even with that, I mean, Martin and I helped an organization of one of the folks who are here about 6 months ago design a new product just to fill their specific need. And it's not specific to them, but it was specifically called out by them. And we're now trying to talk about how our Platinum Service Desk offering can help others in the industry.
Platinum Desk.
Service Desk. Platinum Service Desk. Sorry.
No, I want to get it right because I know that you might have conversations.
No.
So as far as what, last night when we were talking to some of your clients, I wouldn't say new to you guys, but tell me more about just the business.
Yeah, well, PSM supports a number of different verticals, but we've been working with law firms since the firm was, first put together about 10 years ago. And, really we see a huge opportunity here to increase our activity in legal, help more customers. We just brought on another legal application specialist, another veteran with lots of years in this industry. And we're really serious about helping our customers find custom solutions. So, I think right now there's a lot going on that people are trying to digest, right? What do I do with AI? How do I handle it?
He said it. He said the word.
I did. I mean, you got to, right? You can't get through a meeting without it. But I think people don't know what to do. And, everybody wants to do something with it. But I don't think a lot of people are focused on kind of practical, implementable solutions that will actually solve some problems. Everybody wants the big, exciting AI piece. But the reality is right now, what we can do with it is we can fix lots of little problems in ways that don't induce risk, that don't create some of these bigger challenges while we wait, for the industry to sort of figure out how do we do this safely and securely.
And yeah, I was gonna say, it is moving so fast. And what the big dirty secret is so many people are using this fast moving technology, but they're not getting any dollars and cents benefit from it. So the little incremental changes where you're using it to solve potentially operational problems, not big system problems, it allows you to do more with less instead of potentially reducing billable hours, which, unless you're doing things on fixed fee, doesn't help law firms.
Right. Great. Wow. Great information, guys. So, ILTA, what do you expect? What would you like to get out of this conference? It's the largest legal technologist conference and the one. No, this is true.
I would love to have more meetings like this where I bump into people ad hoc and have great conversations and see how we can help other people. Yeah, peace.
Sure. Looking forward to seeing everybody we know, right?
Exactly.
Making things happen.
So absolutely. Seeing you guys again is great. Thank you. Any last words of wisdom or,
I would say enjoy the time here. It's get some sleep and allow your brain to think about new things and see the opportunities that are here. And
meet everybody you can. You never know who you'll run into.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Amy.
Welcome to ILTA. I am standing here with the wonderful Josh, and Josh is here to talk about his company and their services. So tell us first the name of your company and the services that you guys provide.
Sure. Good morning, Amy. Good to be here. I'm Josh Jano. I run a company called SMI Aware, and we do social media research today, mostly for legal teams. And the nuts and bolts of what we do is we get requests, which usually includes a name of a person, a scope, what they're interested in finding, and some other personal identifying information, whatever they already have. And we scour open source intelligence, so the internet, focus mostly on social media. And we find usernames and profiles, and where they've kept the information public, we also go into those profiles and capture anything that's relevant. We produce a very clean, easy to read report, and all the information that we found is then preserved to be used in e-discovery or to be used in due diligence, things like that.
Well, that sounds both kind of interesting and scary. It's in a way, like, you never know what you're going to find, right?
Yeah. So, like on the top sort of questions that I get immediately back, usually are like, wait, what? And then probably another one that's on the top is like, can you talk to my teenagers? We don't do the scared straight thing, but I get every one of these conferences I do, or anytime I present, it's like a 50-50 bet that someone will ask.
It just went through my head. I want to talk to my 20-year still, like, when they're out there job hunting, you never know what. Anyway, so yeah, be careful, people. Watch what you post. So, all right. And now the law firm world, like, are there ideal clients for you or different segments of the industry that are really appealing to you? I mean, you're here at ILTACON, so legal technologists, right? But can you get more granular about that?
Yeah, absolutely. We sell into a lot of different points within the legal community. So our most common utilization today is on the e-discovery side. So a lot of product liability, a lot of employment law, and a long tail of a lot of other discovery. And you can imagine using it in the ways that our clients use it today. So as an early assessment tool, deeper in the discovery as a deposition prep tool, even post litigation where they're looking at award collection or looking for evidence of an ability to pay. But we also get used on the due diligence side. So an M&A activity when they're doing this on the target.
Sure.
And as we've built relationships with clients, there's emerging number of clients that are doing this on their own summer associate and fall associate classes as a compliance activity.
Oh, wow. So tell me more about that, because that sounds like it's an emerging trend.
Yeah. So this is, you think about any employee that's, let's say, a high valued employee, or if you think about it in a contract, like a key employee, and essentially all of these associates are fit in this category. This works outside of the law firm employment ranks as well.
Yeah.
And you want to ensure that these people are essentially trading in a way on your company brand or your law firm brand.
Sure.
And you want to make sure that their online profile is congruent with your brand affinity. And where it's not congruent, you have a lot invested in these folks. You're not really looking to throw the baby out with the bathwater, but you want to bring them into compliance.
Sure.
So it's a practical way to actually govern your social media use policies.
I would think,
because you want them to be on social media. You want them to promote your law firm.
Sure.
You want them to do it consistent with your brand profile.
Sure. Yeah. And as a marketing agency person, that's a huge task to take on, meaning, keeping people on brand. And there's a lot of training that's involved with that. So
yeah, exactly. And so far, I'm a little bit blind to what the information ultimately gets used for. But so far, my understanding is that I think exclusively this is not used to decide who to hire or who not to hire. This is designed on providing practical, very bespoke training at the firm to improve social media utilization and make it more congruent. So they do want the people to be online. They do want the people to be part of their companies. But if they're doing things that fall into that incongruent space, they want a chance to course correct.
That makes total sense. Yeah. So when somebody engages with you, like, what's for a typical project? Like, what's a typical turnaround? Like, what do you?
Yeah. So most typically, so our standard turnaround time is 2 business days. So we're talking on Monday. So the requests that come in today will be turned around at close of business on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And that's a typical turnaround time. In fact, tonight, I know this will probably broadcast a little bit later, but it's like the opening of the exhibit hall. And so the way that we're bringing brand awareness to us is that as an exhibitor, we're going to be offering people a chance to have a free report done either on that. They actually have a live matter to do on that. And then they can come back to the booth on Wednesday and we'll walk them through it.
Wow.
So that is really our standard turnaround time.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get, bunches. If you're placing 100 orders, not 2 or 4 orders, we schedule those out together. But it's a pretty quick turnaround.
Yeah, yeah. And so when you mentioned discovery, so are you working with discovery attorneys as well, or is it more on the legal IT side, or how do those?
Yes. So the answer is yes.
Yes.
And attorneys work directly with us. Paralegals place orders.
Okay.
Partners place orders. The research department places orders. Librarian services place orders. IT is not a typical orderer from us.
Yeah.
We're a web-based platform. We do integrate with other. We have an API, so we do integrate with other e-discovery providers and become a feature on their platforms.
Oh,
that's
so
what we're working on right now.
Tell me who. Tell me who. Or can you not tell me?
No, so this is basically we've just launched our API this quarter.
Oh.
So we're working on our first integrations right now, and we're taking them based on our client demand. So law firms that are regular users of us want to move us into the platform where they're spending time.
Right.
And we're just really trying to reduce the friction of what it takes to place an order. And also what it takes to use the information. So,
so smart.
That future state is available now for anyone that wants it.
That's
and
cool.
Essentially allows them to order. And then the data that we create will then automatically be placed in their platform of choice. So if they're building more complex, AI agents, say, on those platforms, we're bringing an edge piece to the puzzle into their platform so they can do more of those whiz bang things. So if you're building, for example, a timeline for your
right.
We're providing actually quite interesting time stamped information that can be brought in along a much larger corpus of information that you already have that can help animate that AI driven timeline production that other people produce for you.
Okay, so here's a novice question, and this is Edge Unscripted, so I can do this. WhatsApp, like I understand. I thought WhatsApp was totally off the record per se, like not discoverable, but it is discoverable, right?
So let me say things on that.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess anything is discoverable. Yeah. It's a question of what the lengths that you have to go through to get it. So, we're doing searches that are on open source or web-based information.
Okay.
There's other companies here that do, say, mobile data collections, what they can collect off of your phone. And then you can always go the formal way, and you could subpoena WhatsApp for data, and that's a higher burden as well.
So
but
you
for
guys,
us, I come back to it.
Yeah.
We search approximately 600 platforms right now.
Oh my gosh!
And so there's a big variety. For all of those, that means that we can match a username and profile to an individual. Many of those, that's the limit of what we can do.
I didn't realize there were 600 out there.
Yeah. So think of social media as we define it. You're imagining what the bread and butter is for us, the Facebook, the Instagram, the TikTok, the LinkedIn of the world. There's a very, very long tail that both has things that are social media. But if you think of social media as any place that you can create a username and create content, that open up categories like Venmo, all of the apps that manage your photos, fitness apps, things of this like, you can create content. So when you're like high-fiving on Peloton, your friend or this random person that hit a milestone, that's social media.
Okay, got it.
And so those things have relevance in different types of cases, but especially when you're an individual's alleging continuous injury, things like fitness apps can sometimes be relevant if you're saying that you're you can't work, but then all of a sudden you did the big run yesterday.
Yeah.
You posted about it.
Right.
Or, on photo apps, you say you can't work, but your mom posted all your holiday in Disney World, and you actually walked 10 miles like everyone does when they're
sure. Okay. Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. So much information. And you're doing a great service for these law firms, which is really cool because it's a world I'm sure it's hard to keep up with in terms of
it's
600 might sound like a lot to me, but to you, like that's just scraping. I mean, I don't know. Like
it's complicated, but that's sort of a core value proposition. Sure. All of these platforms are trying to monetize their data. Rightfully so. That's their business proposition.
Right.
And so the way that you can collect is ever changing. And so this is our core. We stay up to date on the best ways to do it. We're smart about it. And we're taking a lot of that work away from people where this isn't their core, and they can just get the data at a
Right.
reasonable price.
Right. That's incredible. So what are you hoping to get out of ILTACON?
Yeah, I come here
Other than
always,
learning all about my social media profile?
yeah. So we come here like a lot of folks to learn and
Yeah.
to network. We know that we have something valuable to add, but we're trying to kind of, in a way, create our own content category or a new content category. So it's bringing awareness to what we do,
Yeah.
and understanding, how we can better tailor our solution set to a lot of the needs of the folks that are here.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, they'll tell you. If you ask them, they'll tell you because they want solutions. So that's why they're here too. Right.
100%. So.
Well, any last words, Josh? Are we good? Or any wise wisdom you want to give to people here at ILTACON?
Yeah, well, look, we're always interested in talking to new folks. Easiest way to reach us is smiaware.com. And come look us up and try us out. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with how we can support you.
All right, but I'm not giving you my social media. So anyway, no, I'm just kidding. My social's clean. Trust me. Anyways. All right. Well, thank you, Josh. I appreciate your time.
Oh, thank you.
We'll do this. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Back to Edge Unscripted. I'm Amy Jewers. I'm here with Nancy from Billable AI, a startup. We're in the Startup Valley.
We are. We're at the beginning of Startup Valley.
So
anchor
number
of it.
100. Yes, so welcome. And this is
Thank
your
you.
first ILTACON, I assume.
Yeah, it's our first time having a booth. We came as attendees last year and kind of got a lay of the land. And now we're here, showing up strong with.
Yes, it looks good.
Thank you.
Good. So, as far as Billable's AI, tell me about the product itself. Like, how did it come to be, and how is it helping people today?
Yeah. So we are, you might guess from the name, we automate billable timekeeping. So what we do is we help basically create timesheets for all sorts of professional services. Right now we are focused on kind of the legal sector, but my background, actually, I was a former timekeeper. I wasn't a former lawyer, but I used to have to submit my time. I billed my clients hourly. I worked in marketing and advertising. They used to turn off our internet if we didn't do our timesheet. Oh, fine. Like, pretty dramatic. Not treating your people. Yeah, exactly. It worked though,
Right.
because you do need internet. It's like air, right? You need it to function. But that pain point really resonated with me in terms of, gosh, what is something that people just hate doing? No one wants to do their timesheet. It's such a drag. And yet you can't not do it. It's so critical to the business, literally how an agency, a firm gets paid. And so that was really part of the origin of the company, was like me recognizing that pain point. My co-founder, Arvin, his wife is a partner at a firm. And so it just all kind of came together around this very hated task.
Right.
Yeah.
So tell me how it works. Like, what makes it so special, unique, and fun?
Yeah. So we aimless. Yeah, exactly. So we use AI to automate kind of the end-to-end process. So we integrate with your different workflow tools, Microsoft, Google, Zoom, Adobe, etc. And we capture your time as you're working. We figure out what you're working on, which client, what's matter. We generate a narrative description that talks about what you were doing.
Okay.
And so your entire time entry is done for you, and all you have to do is approve and send it off. And you don't have to worry about, tracking your time manually after that.
Yeah. So as far as like the whole spectrum from tracking your time to, billing, is it the whole spectrum that you do, or are you integrating with other, applications per se along the way, or at the beginning or at the end?
Yeah, we integrate with a lot of the practice management systems that lawyers use to kind of run their practice. So we have integrations with Clio, with MyCase. More coming out there. Well, it's really exciting. Yeah, so there's definitely a lot going in that space. But yeah, definitely ones you've heard of. I'll tell you that. Yeah,
That's cool.
ones that are here. So.
Right. So when did you actually launch? When did you guys,
Yeah, we incorporated in October of 2023. So we're just under a couple years old.
Yeah.
And we launched our first product in January of last year.
Okay.
Minimum viable version that few firms are signed on to right away, and then
Wow.
it have just been growing ever since. So it's been a wild
They're
journey.
the smart ones. Those are the smart firms that know this is painful, there's a better way, and why not use AI? It's a common theme here. I think every interview I've done, we've talked about it a little bit, but yeah, it's fun to see this in practice. And so you've been here a day and a half, or so-ish. What do you think so far, like from the exhibitor perspective?
Really amazing. And I think specifically being in kind of the startup hub of it all, like there's so much attention on like all the innovation that's happening within the aisles. And I think there's just a really strong appetite for obviously AI solutions. And I think we're kind of in like the intermediate zone of like AI conversation now. It's less about the novelty of like just throw AI on everything. And now it's like, let's get into like the meat of it. Is it actually solving problems? Which I love. That means like people are actually using it in their day to day. It's not a party trick anymore.
Sure. Are you focusing? I mean, I would assume any size firm would be good, right? Or could use this product. Are you focusing on a certain segment of the market for this product, or what are you finding in terms of the most interest?
Yeah. We've got an interest across the board. I think most of our customers right now are in that mid-size space, which is right for us because I think they can adopt pretty quickly, they can implement fairly fast, and they're definitely feeling the pain of like having to run their practice and also, deliver on client work. And so we really help alleviate that. So that's been really our sweet spot.
Good for you. All right. So any last parting words in terms of, I don't know, you can't tell us the exciting news about the new integrations that are coming. That's okay. We'll forgive you for that. But anything else you kind of want to leave us with, like, what's your big hook at the show? Yeah. Well, look, there's a bird. You want to say, what does that mean? Yeah. I'm going to show you. It's a pirate theme. Kind of scared me at first, but I think I'm going to be okay. I mean, I'm like, wait, what? Anyways, it doesn't move.
We're training him to do all our demos, actually.
It's not talking. I mean, if it could talk, that would really.
Oh my God.
But anyway, so like
animatronic.
Any like what's again like the big that you're like look them up. You're like, hey, you have this problem. Here's our big solution.
Yeah, I mean, I think the main thing I challenge people to do is like think about the thing you most hate doing. Oftentimes it is billing, right? Yeah. But whatever it is in your day to day, like just think hard about that and like consider if technology and AI in particular can help alleviate that. Because I think you'll be amazed at the solutions that might exist to deal with age-old problems that you thought were just like bygone, assumptions that you'd have to deal with forever. I mean, timekeeping for sure is something we've heard from folks. It's like, it's an age-old problem. It's like death and taxes. It'll never change. They can change.
It's changing right now.
Exactly. Yeah. So rethink it.
Yeah. So you think you'll come back next year? And
yeah, definitely. It's the place to be. I think it's just so inspiring to be in this mix and meet great people.
Oh, and congrats on making it into the startup alley. I mean, you had to go through a kind of a application process. So hats off to you for doing all that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been great to be here. We're in good company.
Okay, absolutely. All right, well, have a good rest of your show, and thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Hi, everybody. Amy Jurors. I'm here with my Pilates time. Phil Hamburger from Pilates. Phil, how are you?
Doing great. Good to see you.
You too. Welcome to ILTACON, but I should so often visit me. You live here.
How old home we? That's right. I like coming here. Lots of friends, lots of people that I've known for a long time.
Absolutely. Well, we've known each other a long time.
We have.
That. Anyway, so tell me, what is new with Lobby? What are you guys up to?
Well, we've been having a really good year. Really successful. We had a really major implementation that's finishing up right now, and it puts us in a great place for continuing development and moving forward with the product.
Yeah. So when you say a big implementation, like what is that? Like, you have to tell me who.
That's all right. Yeah. Right. All right.
Legal and
sure.
Yeah. Like just
it's a state agency, 1,100 users, 14 divisions. So that's like 14 different law firms.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's been massive. It took a lot of our resources, but it was really good, and we made it happen.
Right. So for those that don't know, that should know, tell us a little bit more just about Lobby's.
Great. We're a best of breed case and matter management software product. So that means We don't try to be DMS and accounting and all the other things that are out there in the marketplace as we see here. We do just case and matter management, and we do it really, really deep and really, really well. We've been,
so how many? I mean, you've been studying this and doing this.
we've been doing it for 46 years.
40,
Yeah, long time.
longer than ILTACON.
That's right. That's right.
This is the 45th ILTACON.
Yeah, the first conference I went to was DSLUD, which was the Wang VS Users Group. Yeah, Legal Users Group. So that's a long time.
It is.
Yeah.
Thanks. Well, good for you. So, what do you hope to get out of ILTACON this?
Well, I heard there's something called AI,
No.
and I'm here to learn about it. IA. Let's. Yeah. So, there's so many different plays on AI, and we contain a ton of data in our systems. And so for me, the interesting thing is trying to figure out how we can bring our information and surface it in these different AI engines in all the different products to make what they're doing and what our clients need kind of come together.
Oh.
So it's a big burgeoning area for us.
Wow. Are there any? Maybe you don't know yet, but are there companies that you're like really interested in, or like talking to, or?
Well, there's the DMS companies, like the iManage and the NetDocs that are doing their own kind of thing with AI, but they're still predominantly document centric, right?
Sure.
And we're like the metadata in a document management system times 1,000. That's what data in ours. And so somebody like a Harvey, who with the huge valuation they just got, has got lots of resources to develop and research and do the things we need to do. Somebody like that can go across everything. Our metadata, accounting data, DMS data. That seems to make some sense.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be exciting for you to have the meetings, or at least just start
having the talk.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So aside from that, any, words of wisdom, because, this is your 46th, right?
Yeah.
46th year in business.
Yes.
And at least your 45th ILTACON, right?
That's right. Words of wisdom. Expect change and welcome it. Yeah. I mean, as I said, DSLUD, that was like ancient history in terms of computing.
Sure.
And what AI actually feels like right now is the same level of upheaval and change in the technology market as the internet did, right?
Sure.
It's that same level, even more so than cloud. Cloud was big, but I think AI is even bigger.
Well, and to me, it feels like it's happening faster.
Oh, yeah.
Faster than anybody wants to.
Yeah.
It's like getting it into your brain and figuring out how to leverage it.
It's going to be difficult for people to get their heads around, governance and all that kind of stuff. Where'd my data go? 0-day retention, all those kind of policies are really challenging for people to start figuring out.
I'm glad you're on top of it.
In the middle of it anyway. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. Well, yeah, thank you.
And doing things about that.
That's pretty good. That's all right.
Like make things happen.
Yeah. I love it. Thank you.
Hey, everybody. Amy Jurors here at ILTACON. I'm here with Brad from Control Risks. Brad, welcome.
Thank you.
How's your day going so far?
It's good. It's just getting started, but I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, you're all dressed up, ready to go. You got your badge. You're in. You're good. So tell everybody a little bit about Control Risks.
So Control Risks is a global risk consultancy. We're about the size of a large law firm, about 4,000 employees across 40 offices globally, between the Americas, India, and Asia Pac. And we help companies manage and mitigate risks across kind of three main sectors: integrity risk, political risk, and security risk. But here at ILTA, integrity risk is the flavor of the day.
Integrity risk. So you're going to have to expand on that a little bit for me. So tell me a little bit more about that. Let's get into kind of the weeds.
Sure. Yeah. So integrity risks, we're really looking at reputational risk for companies. So think disputes, litigation, investigations, compliance issues, data privacy. So really supporting legal compliance buyers kind of across the life cycle, before disputes, after disputes, and during disputes.
Yeah.
And so from a kind of service line capability, the practice I sit within is called Discovery and Data Insights. And so that's everything from digital forensics, e-discovery, structured data analytics, and then custom technology and custom development solutions.
Okay. So how, I didn't wake up one morning and say, I want to be in the legal industry and be a professional. So how did you end up here with control risks and the discovery and data insights division. So tell me about your path.
My path to this crazy world of e-discovery was, I think, probably different than most. I was a film studies major in college and started doing 3D animation out of film school and was working in visual effects. The company I started working for started doing reconstruction and using 3D animation to demonstrate evidence in the courtroom. So really complex situations, patent cases, Hurricane Katrina litigation. And next thing you knew, I was being retained by big law firms to support big litigation with really complex animations in the courtroom. And that kind of segued me into this wonderful, weird world of digital forensics and e-discovery. The thing I'll say about that animation world and kind of demonstrative evidence was very interesting, and I got to kind of use some of my creative brain. But only about 1% of cases go to trial, and only about 1% of those warrant a $300,000 animation. So found out about this necessary evil called e-discovery and jumped into it in 2010, and here I am.
So I think what's interesting to me about that is the creative side and coming up with creative solutions, if you will. I think the control risk is really big on that. So can you tell me a little bit more about your company in terms of how you think of things, how you operate, how you help your clients solve problems?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the part that's most exciting for me in my role, is particularly in an investigations context where the playbook is not a script that's written in terms of the process we have to follow to help find out facts.
Every case is different.
Exactly. Figure out what happened. And so, there's certainly kind of best in breed off the shelf tools that we use that kind of support our workflows and our process. But a lot of it is kind of on the fly problem solving for clients to understand what types of data they have, what are they really trying to achieve, and figuring out how we can come up with something that fills in gaps that aren't available off the shelf. And so as an example, we had a large...
To give us an example.
Yeah. So recently we had large litigation actually, and client was in South Africa and the Middle East. It was related to sanctions issues, and they were really having a difficult time trying to keep up with their document review and building a timeline of events. There were so many hot documents in this case, being able to keep the partners on the case team and the client informed of what they're finding every day. And this review's running 24/7 across time zones in the US and in Europe and Africa, that kind of the tools available to them weren't cutting it. And so we came up with a solution that enabled them to kind of put all of those hot documents, those really important fact-building documents into a visual timeline, but also overlaid things that we were finding in the structured data analytics. So because this was a sanctions case, looking at like vendor payments was very important. And so we had our forensic accountants doing kind of transaction testing and looking at some of those transactions at the same time and being able to overlay those things on top of each other visually. And then that was kind of part of the solution. But then they said, okay, well, the next challenge we have for you is each one of these hot documents are like 120-page PDF. What part of this was hot? Like what part of this is relevant to our case? And so we use Gen AI to create document summaries of those hot documents. So now if I'm the partner or I'm in-house legal counsel, I can just hover over that little flag on the timeline and get a summary of what this key event is about this document.
It took you like 5 minutes to get to the buzzword of ILTACON, which is AI.
Yes.
Gen AI. So is there any more on top of that you could add or tell us more about in terms of your company and its view on AI and how it's leveraging AI safely, securely, et cetera?
Yeah, I mean, I think we are very AI forward. I think the adoption we're seeing is, I think, far faster than we expected. And I think it's because we've really learned from a lot of the growing pains that we had when we initially rolled out predictive coding, TAR 1.0, TAR 2.0, really taking, I think ChatGPT was a huge kind of force multiplier in terms of kind of everyone having access to this as a consumer tool in terms of becoming their own prompt engineer and understanding largely how this tech works. We've taken a lot of the math out of it too. We don't talk as much about F1 and precision and recall and a lot of the statistics. It's really kind of more intuitive in terms of the workflow. We're not asking clients to do things that they weren't doing before. So if you're running a large scale document review,
You have to write a review protocol. You have to train human reviewers on what a responsive document looks like, what this case is about, what are the allegations, what's the relevant time frame, who are the key players, what are some of the code words that might pop up. You were already doing that work, and now we're just having you funnel that into tools like RelativityOne's Air for Review.
Sure.
And now we're running that successfully across dozens of engagements live right now. So, we've had cases well over 100,000 documents. We've run cases below 1,000 documents where we're using Gen AI to help kind of get through first pass review faster. So we're big adopters. We really believe in it. And we think it's kind of just the beginning. We're seeing Air for Priv starting to get more uptake. Air for Case Strategy, we're kind of in the pilot program for that as well. And then, like I said, we've developed some of our own kind of AI customizations in and around our core RelativityOne tech stack, like the Gen AI doc summarization, natural language querying. So being able to ask questions at your database and get real answers back with citations back to actual documents where it's pulling those answers from. So, I mean, it's immensely powerful from an investigations perspective. We're not yet seeing it picked up in true litigation to make responsiveness calls for production purposes yet. We're seeing it more in the investigations context where there's no risk, right? You're not making a production at the end of the day.
Sure.
This is internal investigation. You want to get at the facts faster.
Wow. I love it. And we're all about AI. And Nicole from my team's over here. You can just wave real quick because we're... And so it's really exciting to see other companies just really embrace it because it is so powerful and it's only going to get better from here on out. So it's really exciting. So that's a lot of fun. All right. So what do you want to get out of ILTACON while you're here? Like what are you hoping to learn or who are you hoping to see?
Yeah, I think I was joking that I've made it on an ILTACON mailers list and I'm getting a lot of traffic from all of the vendors in this space. And there's a lot of point solutions out there, AI led everything for, kind of every challenge that a lawyer can face, from legal research to drafting documents to e-discovery to judicial outcome prediction to contract analysis. Like there's a lot, and there's 10 to 20 players in every vertical. I'm really interested to kind of see what's beyond the kind of the marketing and the sales approaches to kind of really kind of get into the workflows and see who's going to have the staying power. Because what I worry about is that we have such a fragmented kind of vertically disintegrated approach to tech stack now.
Sure.
In our e-discovery world, I think we make an effort to kind of really try and anchor everything around a core product like RelativityOne. But if I'm in-house legal counsel, legal ops, or even at a law firm, and I'm thinking about all the different tech stack that I'm building, how am I going to integrate that from a people perspective, from a workflow perspective, documentation and training, and continuing to upskill and elevate my team to be able to support what could be a massive tech stack? And so I think seeing what is here today and seeing what will be here in 2 or 3 years, I think will be very interesting, because this is the year that Gen AI and AI is flooded and inundated. And I think we're going to see a lot of fly-by-night operations that are coming and trying to exploit this excitement and the buzz around AI and what's going to last.
Yeah, I agree. And it was kind of like the boom that we had just with discovery technology and, online repositories was what they're looking for.
Right.
And now there's RelOne and a few others. But anyways, so it's definitely going to be going through some growing pains for sure the next couple of years. So it'll be interesting to see how that all lands. All right. So, well, Brad, is there any other words of wisdom or any other last, pieces of advice or thoughts or takeaways that we can have for this?
No, I think
survival skills.
Survival skills.
This isn't your first one, right?
Electrolyte water.
Oh,
yeah. Don't just drink
we
plain
don't
water.
have that here. So
gotta-
everybody's going to fall over in like 20
you gotta
minutes.
have electrolytes. And go to bed early. Don't end up at the MGM after midnight. Nothing good happens there.
You know that, or where?
A much younger version of myself.
Okay. One quick ILTACON story. It was in Vegas 3 or 4 years ago, whenever it was. And it was a late night for somebody that was working in a booth. And I just went up to chit chat with him, and he put his hands in his pocket, his sport coat, and he pulled his hand out and he went, and it was a bunch of poker chips. He didn't know, he didn't remember. He's like, oh, and I'm like, oh, what?
anyways, kind of funny. So yeah, we're not in Vegas.
No, we're not in Vegas, but there's casinos right over
I
there.
know.
Yeah.
I know. Okay. Well, I might need to go put 20 in a slot machine, but that's for later. Anyways, thank you, Brad. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Amy.
Great job.
Good to see you as always.
All right. Have a good show.
You too.
Hey, everybody. Amy Juris from Edge Marketing, and I'm here with Michelle of Noble Cyber. Michelle, welcome to ILTACON.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been an honor this year to be invited to talk about cybersecurity at ILTACON. It's my first ILTACON, and I'm really happy.
Yeah, absolutely. So what was like your first impression? It's your first time here. Like when you walked in, like what did you think?
I was very surprised and impressed by the size of the conference, the number of attendees, the number of products on the exhibit hall, and the energy. And one thing that I really noticed is that people are really nice. People are friendly, nice, outgoing.
Yeah.
So,
Which is, outgoing doesn't usually always stick in with tech. I know, but everybody really accepts. So this is our 45th year of having a conference. And there's a reason to celebrate,
yes,
be
absolutely.
excited about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So as far as Noble Cyber is concerned, like obviously in the name, it's cybersecurity and whatever else. Tell us just for people that haven't heard of the company before, like about the company and how you guys fit in the marketplace.
Sure. So we are a cybersecurity services company. We provide services, and that's our more pure play service company. We don't sell products or resell or anything like that. Our genesis is from Quizlex, an alternative legal services provider. So we have a deep knowledge in the legal services industry, and proof of that, we have a number of legal tech clients as well as legal services clients as well.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Yeah. So as far as what they're typically coming, like what are some of the typical challenges that they come to you with?
So it differs between legal providers and law firms. Law firms often have a lack of visibility on sort of shadow IT and shadow SaaS, where some of the lawyers are uploading documents and sharing documents in secure ways with their clients or third parties. So that is seems to be a particular challenge in law firms. Add to that, the rapid adoption of AI is causing, I think, some challenges in terms of knowing exactly where the data is going, how long it's stored, and what are the privilege issues and the privacy issues involved.
Yeah.
In terms of on the legal tech side, it's more on really technical issues about how secure applications are, the code, the APIs, all that. That's sort of a more really focused on applications.
Sure. Okay. And so with these different challenges that they have, are there some milestones that the company has hit in terms of, I don't know, bigger cases or biggest, like what's some of the, if you can talk about it. Sometimes you can't talk about it.
They're not
which is
name
the
names,
nature of the, right, yes.
but we, in the year and a half that we've been around, we expanded tremendously.
Yeah.
We have several dozen clients, and demand seems to be.
It's not going to go away.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
Ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we often start with small engagements, and very quickly we move sort of into much broader services.
Yeah.
Make our clients happy, make us happy.
Sure. So what, as far as these different milestones, like where do you find yourself maybe a little bit in the future, or, with the clients that you're currently servicing? I assume that there's the genesis of Noble came from clients just coming to Quizless saying, hey, can you help us with this too? There must be like a really good client or customer support aspect to your business as well.
There is. In terms of sort of the looking at the future, there is a lot of demand around AI security, and we are gearing up to helping our clients go through audits around AI security, or the products they use, the systems, the data flows, etc., which is going to be very valuable to a lot of our clients.
Absolutely.
In all industries.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you want your biggest takeaway, or your biggest, what do you want to get out of ILTACON? It's your first time here, and maybe you've hit some sessions, or
so some sessions have been quite
like this.
Interesting. Interviews are a lot of fun. Looking at, I'm particularly interested in small companies, small product companies that are nascent. They tend to be a lot more innovative. I focus on those.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited. It's a great conference.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for your time. Have a great rest of your week.
Thanks.
All right.
You
Good luck. Okay. Thanks.
This has been Edge Unscripted, On the Floor, ILTACON edition. We appreciate you joining us and hope you enjoyed the conversation. Connect with us by leaving a comment, and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.